Hi friends, this video is going to be about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's lawsuit that Blake filed, and we're also just going to go into why this is such a controversy, why people are in uproar, and why she may not have guarded her reputation well, and why it's so important for us to guard our reputations because of how that can support us in our future and make our lives just easier and just be a good person as well. So, starting at the beginning, who is Blake Lively? She was born in Los Angeles, and she says that she had a lower middle class upbringing or something. She said publicly people were upset about because she got her first acting job from her dad, who was like the producer, I think, or writer or something. He was running the movie Sandman, really big movie, and so she became an actress in big movies because of her dad. She has made comments which have made a lot of people angry because of her lack of awareness of her privilege, and also she seems to project onto the journalists that are interviewing her. Some examples: she had one interviewer congratulate her on her baby bump after Blake had publicly announced she was pregnant. The reporter said, "Congratulations on your little bump." And Blake said back to the reporter, "Congratulations on your little bump," to the reporter who was not pregnant. Then the reporter asked her about her wardrobe, and she got upset, seemed angry, and said back that, "Why don't you ask the men about their wardrobes? Why are the women," inferring that, "why are the women's interviews all about their wardrobe and the men don't have to talk about their wardrobe?" A sort of like feminist comment. And what else? She made a comment to Leighton Meester about how blondes were better, nicer than brunettes, which really seemed to throw off Leighton, and just be a really mean thing to say in front of your friend, in front of press. And yeah, she just generally like gets angry at reporters for doing their job and projects onto them the things she's angry about within the industry, such as, women being asked so much about their wardrobe, things like that, where sure, that's a great valid point to have, but getting upset about that to the journalists, like, is it necessarily their fault that systemic societal industry problem exists? Probably not. And so it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. And she also was given like a friendship bracelet by a fan, and she told the fan that she wasn't going to put it on because it didn't match with her outfit. So the fans thought that she wasn't like grateful for them, wasn't appreciative. She showed attitude in an interview when someone asked her about how she's going to help people who have experienced sexual abuse and domestic violence, because this movie she's doing is about domestic abuse. And she just got upset and was saying, what, should these people who need help have my address? Should they have, my personal information? Should they stalk me? Should I, be put at danger, basically? So a lot of attitude. So what does this mean? Well, first of all, I completely believe any woman that comes forward and says that she has experienced sexual assault, harassment. So I completely believe her and her case, saying that Justin did things that weren't agreed on. He kissed her too long when it wasn't agreed on, and did things in love scenes that wasn't agreed on. He went into her trailer when she wasn't clothed, which she said was really weird, even though she agreed to it. He asked about her sex life. He told Blake about his sex life with his wife. So just really inappropriate. And then he created a smear campaign against her. So completely believe, the smear campaign and the sexual abuse that was going on that Blake talks about. However, then all of the fans see all of these cringe videos of Blake being rude to reporters, and they're like, is she really the victim, or is she the abuser? And so I think it's just really important that we know our place in the world and we know how to be kind to people. Because if she had filed this lawsuit, but she had been maintaining a good reputation, being kind to reporters, taking that time to really see people in front of her and not just project onto them her struggles and frustrations with the industry and plan for it to get cut up and the good pieces to be kept and the bad to be thrown out, then she wouldn't be dealing with such a crazy, controversial upset and bad press. But she didn't. And she was more focused on herself and how she wanted the interviews to go than she was on the person in front of her, and being kind and speaking to the journalists like they were another human who, wanted to do a good job in the interview and wanted to be treated well. Instead, she treated them like something or someone she could take out all her frustration on. And because of that is why people don't see her as the victim with Justin Baldoni. And so it just goes to show how important it is to invest in being kind, being our best self, and how much it can really help you. It can help life be easier for you. It can help you be more successful. It can help you to have better friends. She could have been friends with all these different reporters if she had just been kind to them and not destroyed relationships instead of building them. And she hasn't taken, it's pretty clear she hasn't taken time to realize her privilege. And without knowing our privilege, we can't create connections, because we won't be trusted when people see that we don't have humility and we don't know what we've been given compared to what other people have. And that is so off-putting. And she seems like someone who just sees herself as a victim of, the way women get treated in Hollywood, the way this, the way that, and does not at all see herself as privileged, as someone who was lucky to be born in the right place at the right time and get the opportunity to be in a huge movie just because her dad was running it. And what a difference that makes, and what struggles other people have. And sure, she can also be a victim of the Hollywood industry. That's actually completely valid, and yet other women more eloquently and productively fight those battles and speak about those battles, by writing something about it or having giving a talk on it, but not taking out on a reporter. That is completely inappropriate and rude and not productive. That's not how you're going to create change. You're going to create change by doing it purposely and thoughtfully and picking your battles and walking away from toxic situations, and picking the battles that you want to fight and really accomplishing it and changing it. It seems like she's just complaining everywhere she goes, but not really picking her battles, making change, and therefore not so productive in these frustrations that she has, and way out of balance when she's so frustrated but also doesn't see her privilege. It really makes for a bad taste in everyone's mouth, and that is really ostracizing her and detaching her from her fans now, and it's really, really sad. And anyway, I think that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.